Hello everybody, it's the Hitman here. Today the weather's absolutely terrible, so I'm going to show you how to do a bit of reloading. I don't want to bore you and stuff like that, but I'm going to show you how to actually size them first. Size them and put the primers back in, because we normally do that, we get a load done in one go, like that. Because we do, I find it, well, we all find it, Nigel and my mate and Colin Humphries, when you actually are loading the shells, if you get a load like there now, those have been resized and reprimed, so they're just ready to actually reload. I'm going to show you how to, like I say, size them and then prime them, just to start off with. That's the machine. I'll keep going in and out. That's from Amazon. It's about 70 quid. It's from America, but it's an easy. It's a lot of plastic on it. You have to be careful with it, not be too rough. But I've had it a year or so now. It's really doing well. And the actual ones we're reloading are number 60 steels, which none of these big cartridge people are making. They don't do number 6s in steel, which we use for the pigeons. So it's a good all-rounder. So just watch and I'll show you how it goes. So basically there's a used shell. I won't mention where it's from, but you all know where it's from. You get this special piece of metal, which you have a little someone phoning me, I'm paying the pal. You've got a little rim there, that actually goes on that way. That goes, always make sure that goes to the top like that. And that'll show you what to do. Then you've got your primers. There you are in the camera. That's your primer. So I'll show you now what to do with that. Right, so I'll show you what we do with that now. Now you've got somebody helping you, but I'm not happy with the video. So to get that, you see that? That's a cartridge with the resizing thing. Well, what do you call it? I don't know what the name for it. You basically put it in there until you feel resistance to hear that go. Lift it up. And then you put it in then to the reprimer, which I've already put one in, which is there again. Try and fold it down. That goes in there, that little red sleeve. Then you put your shell back under there, and that's it. That's reprimed. And I always just run my finger across like that just to check, make sure it's flush. So doing the one for you. Put your metal with the rib at the top. Get your prime into the little red sleeve, bring that down, so you get a little bit of resistance. That's resized as well now. It pushes the old primer out as well, and you put the new primer in. Basically that's the first part, done. That's ready for reloading. So that's all those here, which you see on the left, they've been resized, like I said. Those have all been resized. It's best if you do one at a time. I found, well, Nigel said the best. Nigel Humphries does a lot of fox shooting and stuff, and he got me into this reloading. He says if you actually do one at a time, it's quite slow. But if you actually resize a load first, and these are brilliant. You get these off Amazon. They are a godsend, because trying to keep hold of your cartridges on the table and knock over them when when you're in the middle of reloading, it can be a bit monotonous. So yes, I'll show you how to actually reload a proper full one now. Okay. Yeah, so basically all your cartridges have been resized and a new primer has been put in them. So you start again, you put your cartridge in, put your powder in, you put your wad in, across with your shot, which is this number 6 steel. I normally say stainless steel, I get in trouble that it's not stainless steel. Then you put your pre-crimp in, pointing towards you. So you get resistance down as your pre-crimp. Then you go for your full crimp now. Get that point again, one of the pointy bits pointing towards you again, so you get a nice finish. There you go, and that's done. That's not a bad cartridge, is it? You see that? You've got to be careful, you've got to get you on. That's not a bad cartridge. I'll just do one more for you. I don't want to bore you. I get tongue tied. So you get your cartridge. That has been resized. That's it, resized and re-primed. Put that in anyway there. Bring it down. Powder. Lift up. Wad in. Down. Across. That's your steel shot. Knock it down a little bit. One of the pointy bits looking at you. Pre-crimp. And we go for the full crimp. That's it. There you go, perfect. That's not a bad cartridge, is it? That's ideal. So there you go, that's that bit. So all done. I'll give you a close-up now of what we're actually doing. So see that there? That is what resizes it. So always make sure that goes at the top. I've shown you on the video, but there you go, you put that on like that. Place that into that bit there. Okay, you see that? And also before you do that, see a little red bit there? You put a primer in. It's a primer, put that in there. That way up. Put that zoom in. That way up. Okay. Try this. Feel resistance there like so. Lift that up. You put it in there. And this actually, that first bit of the machine actually knocks out the primer and resizes the old cartridge. Then you put your cartridge in there. Press that down. Hear that go there? A bit of a jerk, sorry the camera jump. That actually puts in a new primer, which I'll show you now. New primer there. So that's been resized. That'll come off. Try and do this one-handed. I've seen videos of the Americans doing it. That goes in there. Done. I'll show you another one quick. Get your cartridge. Obviously I'll do it two-handed. I wouldn't be doing it like this. That lip again, always at the top. On top of the cartridge. In. It's the first part of the machine there. Put your primer in, the red little bit. And sod's law. That's gone in upside down. Hold on. Take two as your primer. Dropped out and went in the wrong way. That goes in. A small bit up. Put your shell under into the first part. Bring the machine down. Feel the resistance. I'm going to break the machine, like I say, it's only plastic. Into the second bit, this is going to put in the new primer. There you go, hear that? Sorry, jumping about again. That's stuck on the machine, bring it out. That's resized. Resized, like I say, set your finger across the top. So that's that bit. I've got 3 to do and I've done 100. I've done 100 in about 20 minutes. It doesn't take long really. So they're all ready for reloading now with the actual powder and stuff like that. The reason we got the machine, like I said, is because we couldn't get any number 6s in steel. And we shoot pigeons and they go away to falconers. And we found number 5s just at close range. They tend to smash the bird apart. Number 4s was just out of the question there for ducks. So they do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 halves, but they don't do a 6, and 6 is ideal. Got a good pound. The actual powder we use is 27 grain. It's been sent away. Nigel Humphreys did all the calculations and stuff and actually got it passed. It's all done legally and stuff like that, and they are a really good cartridge. So yeah, so not a brilliant video this, but it just gives you a bit of info of why we reload our own. We were hitting them with 7.5s, which they use for clays, and sometimes you're using two cartridges, whereas one shot with the number 6 kills the bird instantly. You'd have to give it a second shot, which you don't. You know, we want to do it humanely. I was going about this humanely thing, but we do want to be as humane as possible. Is it cheaper? We don't know. We haven't really worked it out. We think in the long run it will be, because we're only using one cartridge at a time. Don't get us wrong. Sometimes you have to give it 2 a really long. We've been shooting pigeons at 50, 60 yards with these, and knocking them stone cold. Stone cold dead. So they do work. So think about reloading, because it's daylight today. It's actually thrown it down outside. The dog's resting from working yesterday, so it's just to sit down, a cup of tea, put the radio on, and just reload a load of shells. And I collect the shells. I do hate discarded shells anyway. We always bring our shells home. But when I go to the clay on the clay pigeons, with my mate once a week, we use the same cartridges, and he puts them in my bag, and I reload them again. So yeah, it's good. It's interesting as well. I used to do a lot of fly fishing and a lot of sea fishing. I used to tie my own flies and I used to dig my own bait, and you do the same thing. It's the same sort of approach. When you tie your own flies and you catch your first trout on one of your home tied flies, it's amazing. When you dig your own luggies or find your own peeler crab and you land a fish with that, you get this satisfaction. Well, actually shooting and losing your own shells is completely, I find it completely the same thing. You do get this feel of a nice satisfaction working the dog. You're out in the country doing what you want to do. So yeah, there you go. Take care. Ta-ra. Just for safety purposes as well, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that crack on there? When you're reloading your shells, always just double check them. It's a good time to check them when you've got time to do it. See that line there? That's an actual. Not obviously it wasn't a fault in the new cartridge when it was first used, but that's excuse me, that's appeared now. So you discard that. Don't use it. I mean, I've resized that and put a new primer in, but I'd rather risk it than blowing yourself across the field. That's going in the bin. So you can always check your cartridges in to make sure they are safe. There you go. Oh, another major tip for you when you're reloading your own shells. As I go shooting a lot with Colin Humphries, you'll see Colin's videos. Hell of a nice guy. Taught me a lot. When you've reloaded some shells and you've got a box of 25, always insist on Colin having a shot first, just in case he'll blow you across the field. Just a little tip. He's always grateful of a cartridge or two. So when I've reloaded, I say, "Yeah, Colin, I insist you have first shot with these and see if they work." You'll like that. You take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Ta-ra.